Alright, hello third grade, happy Friday. So we are practicing again graphing fractions on a number line where they give us the fraction and we have to find it on the number line. So we're going to do the same thing where we're just going to quick talk about our numerator and our denominator. Our numerator shows us how many numbers of equal parts the whole have been taken or shaded in, and our denominator is showing us how many equal parts the whole is divided into. So from 0 to 1, we're seeing how many equal parts it is divided into. That represents our denominator. So real quick, we're going to look up here. We worked with this yesterday a little bit and we were introduced on Wednesday. So here I noticed the numerator is bigger than the denominator because right here it's showing me that one whole, 0 to 1, is divided into 2 equal parts. And then 1 to 2 is another whole divided into 2 equal parts. 2 to 3 is another whole divided into 2 equal parts. So they're showing this is one whole right here. This is 1 part, 2 parts, so it's 2 out of 2. When we get to the 2, it's 4 out of 2 because we're showing that this is 2 wholes. That represents the number 2. So when it's here, I'm showing 1 part out of 2 equal parts, which is my 1 whole. Here, I have 2 wholes because it's the number 2, which means there will be 4 equal parts from 0. So let me show you, we'll do some examples to go over that. So here they are giving us the fraction 7/8 and we have to graph that on a number line. So we know from 0 to 1 that is 1 whole, it's divided up into 8 equal parts. And we have to put it on the 7th line to show that we are going to 7/8, 7 out of 8 equal parts. So we can count here and we go to number 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this represents 7/8. 7 equal parts out of a total of 8 equal parts of the whole. So this is where it gets a little tricky. So now they're asking us to graph 5/3. So we know that each whole is broken up into 3 equal parts. So 1, 2, 3. Right here, this would represent 1. This would represent 3 out of 3. But we're going to 5, so it'd go like this. 4, 5. This represents 5/3. Because if we count, each whole is broken up into 3 equal parts. We know this from our denominator. And then our numerator is the 5th. So it's an improper fraction. We could write it 1 2/3, but right now we're just working with the bigger numerator. So here, again, we know a whole is divided into 3 equal parts. 1, 2, 3. This represents 1, 3/3, but we had to go to 5/3, so we had to go 2 extra steps, just like this. 4, 5. So this right here represents 5/3. And we got it! So let's do this one together as well. So now they're asking us to graph 1/4 on the number line. So we know, looking at our denominator, 1 whole is broken up into 4 parts. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We know this would represent 1. This would represent 4/4, which would also represent 1. But we're looking for 1/4. So right here, we just go over 1. This is 1/4 of the whole. So make sure to take your time and pay attention to our numerator and our denominator. This improper fraction right here just represents 1/4. So don't get too confused, just make sure we're focusing on our numerator and counting our spaces. Remember, you can use your finger and go over the loops, or you can use your mouse, and also that will help count each one. Alright, have fun. We'll continue with fractions next week. Bye, third grade.